baby.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm great. Absolutely great. Oh, shit. I think I did this wrong. Hold on. Oh, well. Yeah, things are good. They're okay. No Ray today.
He's definitely out.
Yeah, he's going to sit this one out.
Yeah. He was all for it earlier.
Yeah. He's got his shit going on. Let him deal with his shit.
Yeah,
so he'll
for
be back
sure.
Sunday.
Nice.
Fucking work, dude.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, there we go. Just get it to load. You know what it's like trying to get the load up.
Yeah, for sure. I know all about it.
Didn't you have your bad wing checkup today?
Yeah, back to work on Monday.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's officially over. I talked to work today, but I was pleasantly surprised that I get a bonus when I come back.
Ooh.
So that just made my day. My yearly bonus is coming in. So
what a fucking life. You didn't work all year and you get a yearly bonus.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I mean, it's not like it's a huge bonus, but it's still free money. I'll take it.
Yeah, sure. I haven't been there for 10 out of 12 months. I'll take a bonus. No problem.
No, it's like 6 out of 12. I missed 6 out of 12 last year and so far 3 this year. So, yeah, 9 out of what? What are we? 16? I'm over half, yeah.
Yeah, you're swinging. You're definitely above the Mendoza line. You're, shit, you're at like 600 right there. Not bad. Not bad at all.
That's right.
Well, usually we have Rafe to either get mad at or for witty little banter on this cold opens, and he's not here. So let's just get in the show and talk sports.
Yes, let's do it.
Great. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday headlines, April 23rd. Oh, that's right. Welcome to the show. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you notice how you got it right without Ray here? You know,
yeah.
It's just so much pressure to get the date right because he's like a fucking date Nazi.
He seriously is. He just kind of waits there with a shit-eating grin for me to fuck it up every time, and then when I do, he laughs his ass off.
You should just skip the date. Just go like, "Yep, Friday headlines."
Oh, I'll never hear the end of that. Then I'll just be a quitter. You ever know he's a real easy audience for a laugh. He laughs at a lot of things because his brain's so stupid. But he
doesn't laugh at It's Always Sunny. So this is what I don't get.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. The other thing that's unbelievable is White Birch beer. You know we love our White Birch. Right down there in Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray's not here, so you don't get the address.
460 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Look at Billy Trashcan coming in the pinch. White Birch, New Hampshire. Get down to the tap room. They got flights. They got pints. They got hats for just you, not your friends. And if you see them in the stores, pick up a 4-pack. They're out there. And wherever you get them, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. White Birch doesn't suck. You know who does suck? Garrett Richards. You were done on this guy before they signed him. I was done on this guy after the first start he had. Everybody should be done with this guy at this point. Obviously, I'm talking about, so we're recording this Thursday. It was Wednesday's game. They lost. Well, they ended up losing
6-3. They were in the end, and then the bullpen gave up 2 runs late, and then ninth.
Speaking of another trash pitcher, both those guys just need to go. But
the Taylor, did he come in?
Yeah, Josh Taylor.
Oh.
I mean, they battled back. They were down 1 in the ninth, and Josh Taylor gave up the extra 2 runs there. So, but Garrett Richards, he's 0-2 in 4 games. He's pitched 16 innings, has a 6.48 ERA. He's fucking all over the place. And the one thing that he will not get away with is he bitches after every fucking
Did you hear his comments last night? He's like, yeah, this is the first time in my career I've had to pack a jacket. Fuck
no,
you.
He said he didn't pack a jacket.
Oh, he didn't pack a jacket.
like whether that's an excuse or you're just dumb or you're saying it. Look, here's the thing, especially with the Red Sox for whatever reason, and especially with Red Sox pitchers, if you suck, and you don't immediately come out and just go, I sucked, my bad, I'll be better next time, you're going to get buried. You're going to get buried fast and hard. Chris Sale, if you think about it, Chris Sale has kind of sucked the majority of time in a Red Sox uniform. And every time he sucked, he came out and said, I've sucked, I'll be better. And the fucking city loves him for it. Everyone wanted, well, not everyone wanted to sign the $100 million deal, but like the Red Sox didn't get buried for it. They got criticized, but it's all because Chris Sale owns up to not being good. That's basically all you have to do as a Red Sox pitcher. If you suck, is just say you suck, and we'll kind of just be okay with it.
It goes
but
all the
this
way back
fucking guy, guy makes an excuse every time he's gone out. He's had a couple decent starts in the middle of his two shitty ones. I don't know. For 10 million fucking bucks, I'm out.
I hated it. I hate it from the start. But you want to talk about like owning up to even Pedro? You know, the Yankees are my daddy. All that shit. That was what 2004. Yeah. Like, you know, and he's beloved member of Boston history. Is, you know, one of the best pitchers. But again, that's one of the, when he sucks, he let you know I suck. The thing about Richards, you're 1-3 in his starts. The Red Sox are 11-4 in any other game that he hasn't pitched. He's looked just terrible, and the only reason I think right now that they haven't faked an injury or done something is because he's making $10 million. I hated this signing at day one. I thought they should have spent the money on Corey Kluber, who has a functioning arm. He's never had arm trouble. The worst
he hasn't
thing
been great this year either, but
I think his track record as a Cy Young winner in the health of his shoulder and arm. I mean, the worst thing he cracked his forearm 2 years ago, I think, which a line drive off the pitcher. Garrett Richards has had flirted with Tommy John surgery his whole career. This is the first time he's ever been healthy. He hasn't pitched over 30 starts since 2015. That was the one season he's been healthy.
And the year before that, it was 26, and that was it. It was 14. It was 2014, 2015. Decent year. I think 14, he had a sub-3 ERA.
He's good. Like when he's healthy, he's good, but he can't throw anymore.
He had 2 years. He had 2 good years as a starting pitcher in Major League 2014, 2015. He was injured basically since then. I think he got 16 starts one year, maybe 21 the 2 years after that.
Yeah.
And he's been battling injuries ever since. But even like the Corey Kluber thing, I'd be interested to see what's he saying down in New York. Is he owning up to sucking? Because if that's the case, he'd be fucking he'd be money here. But yeah, I guess the question is, can he get better? Can he be a mid-4 ERA guy? I know ERA is a old stat, but we're old guys. So can he be a mid-4 ERA guy and hold down the bottom of your roster, your starting pitching? Because right now he's one of two things. Him and Josh Taylor are the only guys that have been holding this team back. Like, kind of realistically, that's it.
I mean, I think that's what you would expect when we sign him. I think you and I had talked about it right away, like 4.5 ERA. I think that's a win, not at $10 million, but it's a win. I thought they could have, looked for someone else in the offseason. I fucking hated the move. But I mean, this is the Bloom signing, and if you could somehow kind of get him motivated and you can get a 4.5 ERA, the way the offense is mashing right now, you're going to be okay. Because if you think about where you're going to line him up, especially when you can get some off days and you start really thinking about your rotation, especially around the All-Star break, you're going to start setting it up. You start slotting him in the 4th and 5th starter spot, you're not going to face those 1 and 2 starters. So your offense is going to be naturally better then. But the one thing that really pisses me off, like Alex Cora touted his sinker ball, like it was his best pitch he's got. He's throwing it 1.6% of the time in the seasons right now. And if that's your best pitch and this is what you're touting all offseason, why aren't you throwing this more? And instead you're walking. He's pitched.
It's cold, Bill.
Do you know he's thrown 2 pitches with the lead all year? I'm not kidding. It was
an amazing stat.
First game of the season. It was 2-0 against Baltimore. You know what he did? Threw 2 pitches. The game was tied. He had get back-to-back home runs on the first 2 pitches of the game. Think about that.
That's fucking phenomenal. The $10 million thing too, it's not breaking the bank for a starting pitcher, but he was your highest price free agent that you signed in the offseason. And even if if the goal now is a mid-4 ERA, you need that guy to be an innings burner, right? Like, isn't Rick Porcello still out there somewhere? Like,
the last time I knew he was with the Mets, but I don't think he's there anymore. I don't know where he is.
Just a guy that can go grind for 200 innings in a season and have a 4.75 ERA by the end of it.
This is what we want Richards to be. Martin Perez is going to go out every 5th day. He's not going to get hurt. He's going to give you 4.5 to 7 ERA, and he's going to get you 5 to 6 innings. This is what we want Garrett Richards to be. Because if the Sox somehow make a run and make the playoffs, he's in the bullpen. Your starters, I mean, especially with Chris Sale,
he's done.
Especially with Chris Sale coming back, your top 3 right now is not looking too shabby with Chris Sale, if he comes back to form, which I think he's going to,
maybe not this year, but I mean, he'll be. Look, sorry to cut you off.
If you're in the race, you can round him in the form by playoffs, and he could be your third starter. You might have to do 4 starters, but you can get Chris Sale. You're not going to run him out every third or fourth day on short rest, but you can get him in the playoffs, and especially, you get him in that 5-inning mark, which is the way baseball playoffs are run right now. Then I don't know. I'm getting higher on this team as we go. Honestly,
I would also expect them to be big buyers in the pitching market at the deadline if they're in a similar position which they are now. We all expect them to drop down to the pack, but like we mentioned a couple shows ago, I mean what's the stat I just saw? The Yankees off to their worst start since like 1976 or something.
Yeah, this is the first time they've been in dead last in the American League in forever. They're 5-10.
They've been awful.
5-11,
Toronto's unproven. The Rays are taking a step back, and the Orioles may be the worst team in baseball. We talked about this. The expectations of this team has now changed. You need to be going for the division. And someone on Twitter said it really great today. Like Josh Taylor and Garrett Richards are 2020 Red Sox pitchers. They're not 2021 Red Sox pitchers.
Yeah.
Get your trash shit base pitching and your trashy attitude out of the fucking clubhouse. That's not what 2021 Red Sox are about this year. And this is why I think it's such an important subject, why we're taking so much time on it. It's glaringly obvious on this team because there's so much other good shit going on that this guy is like the glaring black spot on this team.
Yeah.
And they have to have a short leash on him. I mean, how many more starts does this guy get? 2?
I'd give him 1 or 2, and if he's still like this, then you start doing the phantom injuries. You're not going to DFA him because your pitching depth is trash. And again, you lost Brian Mata, who may or may not have been up this year. He just had Tommy John surgery. He might have made an impact later in the season. You really can't DFA him unless you start getting some trade chips in. But the guys you're going to honestly
I don't even think you can with that salary. And he doesn't have any options. So
you could DFA him, you're still going to pay him. So he's getting $10 million, whether it's from you or someone else. You're paying him that $10 million.
Right.
So,
and that's a hard pill to swallow, but you're the Red Sox, you could do it.
And it's only 1 year. It's not like you're eating up $40 million over the next 4 years at $10 million. You know what I mean? And honestly, the guys they're going to trade for early are the guys that you're going to see, maybe the John Lesters of the world or the Garrett Richards type players of the world. You're not going to go out and spend big money on an ace. You're going to get those innings eater guys that's going to give you some depth. And until you get that, Garrett Richards is going to be here. Unless you're going to make up a fake injury. You're going to make up a fake injury, maybe get his mind right. And Tanner Hawk didn't look awesome the last time he started. So that's your depth right now. And I mean, if you think Hawk's the guy, then fake an injury with Richards and then get his mind right and then figure it out when he comes back and he's healthy. Because right now it's not working. I think you said it in the email. They're -10 in runs scored again, differential, and +37 in non-Garrett Richards starts. Not only is he pitching terrible, it's hard to come back when you're giving up 3-4 runs in the first 2 innings. Red Sox do have 10 come from behind wins all year, but remember what we said again with the Bruins. Playing makeup. Playing makeup hockey is losing hockey. It's the same thing with baseball. And right now you can't do it with Richards. And you're seeing it right now. The team's going to quit on him. It's obviously you're scoring 27, 30, 47 more runs a game without him starting in the 4 games he started. That's telling something.
Yeah. And I think, if you're going to have a guy like that is really the anchor of a team that's doing a lot of good things, I would much rather throw a Tanner Houck or the Seabold kid that they got from the Phillies, or I know Jay Groom's not there yet, but
Whitlock would be the most logical next guy.
They're stretching him out after an ACL. I think they're going to try and get him in the,
John,
but probably, Tommy John.
Yeah, Tommy John, yeah.
After, I don't think they've only thrown him like once a week to start the season, but that you're right. That's the greater point. I'd rather have, one of the young kids or someone in there with some upside that has something to prove than this fucking nutball who doesn't bring a jacket to Boston. Like he just does not seem like a good fit. That does not seem like that's going to go very well. And he doesn't just the way he talks and the way he carries himself doesn't seem like a guy that I can have confidence in that's going to turn it around at any point in time. Like
not only that though, it's like even if you move him to the bullpen, do you trust this guy in a high leverage?
No.
In a situation in a 1-run game, 7th, 8th inning, do you trust him coming in? No, you don't. And that's the biggest thing. Like Martin Perez, I think if you shift him to the bullpen, you could see him in a 6th, 7th inning guy. I think just the way he comes in, he throws hard. Not this guy, not at all. So
No.
I mean, it's starter or bust for him, and they need to figure it out quick because every fifth day you can't be in a hole. Especially the Yankees are going to turn it around. As much as we think they suck, they're going to turn it around. The Blue Jays are getting healthy. George Springer's coming back, and that's a young, fun team. Your Blue Jays, they got a decent pitching staff and a decent.
No,
bullpen.
it'll be competitive. It'll be competitive. Come July. Everyone will kind of come back. That's what baseball is. It's a long grinding season, and everyone will come back down to earth, and it'll be competitive. And I think the Red Sox have given themselves a big enough cushion here to be in that run, late in the summer. But yeah, not if Garrett Richards continues to go out there, can't even get through 4 innings and give it
Mariners tonight. So I mean, tonight you got the Mariners tonight. They're tied for first with Oakland. They're not great, but it's still going to be a nice little test for them.
Everything's that's what's interesting about this Red Sox season is everything's a test for them. The team has not proven to us in 2 years that anything's a given. They got to go out there and earn it every single night.
And I had tickets tonight too, and I turned them down. Thank God I fucking did, because it's about 34 degrees out right now, and it was snowing today. So thank you, Jesus, I did not choose to go tonight.
Yeah, that's a shitty baseball experience. All right. Well, that was a good long dark 30 session. We never would have got that far in with Ray.
Well, Ray brings our baseball stuff down. Like, as much as I bring basketball down, at least I know a little bit to talk about. Ray just sits there and goes, "Who the fuck are you guys talking about?"
Yeah, but he's good at hating on things. So he would have brought some nice hate to the Garrett Richards fucking conversation. Let's switch gears. Let's go football. So obviously the draft is a week away. We'll do some talk about that. But the NFL released that their rule changes. I sent you the one on the expanded number stuff that Brady had an issue with, but also after I sent this, I dove deeper into it, and the replay got a little bit of an extension on there, the rule change. So they're going to let the Sky judge essentially have an open ear to the ref.
Which is what it should be. I mean, hockey does it. You've seen they go to Toronto and stuff. That's what it should be. There's too many misplays. The only thing I'm hoping is the interpretation. Who was it, Dan Blandito, or who's the other guy that does the head of the ref? He's the one that's making the calls in New York. That's what needs to change for me. He's the one making those calls. But it's good to try to make replay something more expansive than it is now.
I think that the rule that they put into place was already in place. Like, I forget the game last year, but there was I think it was like Dallas versus New Orleans, where a guy fair caught it in the end zone and then dropped the ball, and then they let the play resume, and then Dallas or someone scooped it up and they called it a touchdown, and then they were going to keep it a touchdown on the field. It was like clearly it was supposed to be a fair catch, and the ref just like had a brain fart, and there was no replay. There's nothing. The game just kind of stopped weirdly, and it was obvious that someone called them from New York. It was like, "Hey, you fucked up. Like, that's not a touchdown. It's their ball at the 20.
Yeah.
Like, get the game going." So I think all that's already in play. I think now it's just official. I think they should take it next step further. The on-field officials do not even look at the replay. You don't even have a fucking choice. The guys in New York see it the same way the people on TV see it, and that's the call. And that's it. Go, move, 30 seconds.
It'll save time
done.
too, because remember when they first initiated replay, it was 90 seconds. The cameras were supposed to shut off. That went away. And I get it. They're trying to make the correct call, but at certain points, like, how many times can you look at the same angle to see if, like, do you see white next to his foot? If it doesn't look like he's in bounds, or it looks like he didn't make the catch, he didn't make the fucking catch. That's it.
It should also be like, and we've had this bitching conversation about it, like the basketball, the fingertip rule and stuff like that. Like, watch the replay. If you can't see it from a slow motion replay, just watch it live and make your decision. Like a ref should make their fucking decision live.
The perfect example.
That's how I would do it.
Julian Edelman punt 2000 AFC Championship game. He went to field it, supposedly moved his hands, and Kansas City recovered it. When you broke down the fucking replay as slow-mo pause, like, you see a little fraction of space between the ball and his finger. That shit I cannot fucking stand. And I know it went our way. Brady did throw an interception 2 plays later, but it's like, that shit, it needs to stop. That's like, you're getting to, if it looks like it fucking hit him, if it's close enough to look like it hit his fucking fingertips, it's a goddamn fumble.
If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Mm-hmm. That should be the definition of sports replay.
And it's the same thing with the catch.
Looks like a duck and walks like a duck. It's a duck.
Like Des Bryant, say what you want. He fucking caught it. If it looked like a catch, it's a goddamn catch in my eyes.
Shouldn't that be the rule? Shouldn't that? I think I just got I just broke the code. Like NFL refs, you get two slow-mo angles. And if you can't decide off the slow-mo angle, you have to watch it live and make the call. And you should do it live on TV. We should have to watch you do it live on TV. That's what you're there for. So we get paid to do. Make the call live. That would bring back like a level of the refs fucked us over and replay didn't fuck us over. Just like, all right, Des Bryant, by the rule, his knee was down. Did he make it? I don't know. Put that thing on real live motion. Let me see it. Oh, fuck. That's a catch.
Same thing with the Calvin Johnson play where he literally slammed the ball down to the ground for a touchdown, gets up, and he's like, nope. Incomplete.
How many plays have gone the other way like that? Like the slow motion replay is good for like breaking the plane. You can see, okay, fine, slow it down, stop it. Okay, he broke the plane. Or calling a guy down versus not down. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, his knee wasn't down. Those ones rarely ever you're upset about. It's that gray area minutia thing where you should just make the call what it looks like live because that's the play, and it's too nitty gritty to do anything else.
It's the same thing in baseball. I don't mean to cut you off, but like if you look at the bang play at first base, right? You're slowing it down. You're slowing it down so slow to see the second that ball touches leather compared to where his foot is. Ty always goes to the runner. In our eyes, we grew up playing baseball. Ty always goes to the runner. And it's like now you're breaking it down and you're looking at for the second it hits leather. It's like, okay, it's in his glove, but it hasn't hit leather.
Baseball doesn't even have the rule defined enough because does it have to hit my palm or does it have to enter the glove?
See, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I figure it just has to hit leather. Once it touches leather, it's in your glove, right?
But what if I close it a little bit sooner? So if it touches the webbing of my glove before it hits the palm, that half an inch, is that like fuck replay in baseball?
Stupid, dude. That's the dumbest one.
Except for, again, simple stuff like did it go fair or foul? If it's a bad weather night and you can't see the foul pole, which is the fair pole, which is another stupid thing. Like, then yeah, okay, look at it, see which it's hard to tell sometimes which side of especially if it goes, if it's higher than the pole, stuff like that. When they initiated that replay for double plays, and no, if you're around the bag, that's an out.
Yeah. If you're hovering, it's been a rule. It's been a rule forever, and now you're like, nope.
The idea that you got a fucking 12 and 10. What's the bag? 10 inch by 10 or 12 by 12?
I think it's 12
and you have
12.
to have a body part on that bag at all. If there's a millisecond that your hand comes off it, and there's a tag on you, you're out.
I hate that rule.
I
hate that rule. They're trying to change that.
So stupid. Last bitching about the rules. Brady came out on Instagram with the number change. So basically, I don't have it in front of me, but if you're on offense, you can have basically any number you want. Now, there's
single-digit numbers for single-digit numbers for wide receivers, all that stuff.
Yeah. Or if you're a running back, you can be 99. Brady came out and said, "Good luck figuring out who to block." Which
it's easy. No, it's not. You know, I'm going to figure out who to block. The motherfucker that's right in front of me. I don't care what his number is. If the guy behind me, or if I need to block someone, I'm just going to go to the guy right in front of me, regardless of what his number is. You're going to figure that out real quick. They do it in the preseason all the time. Look at these fucking numbers these guys make. Kansas City wanted to do it because they retired about 20 fucking numbers. So eventually you're going to run out of numbers, especially you're expanding the roster to 90. The number limits are, fuck it, let them wear whatever they want. You know, you're going to figure out who you're going to block. They're on the fucking field. They're on the opposing team. Block them. If he's in front of you, hit him. You want to talk about sloppy football? It's not going to be sloppy football. Just hit somebody in front of you, regardless of what fucking number they have.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about it. I look, I can understand Brady's point that it sounds like he's a little bit an old man, get off my lawn, that he's been doing what he's been doing for so long, and he's going to have to learn a whole new process. But yeah, that's a little bit too fucking bad, dude. It's not that big a deal. You can learn it. And you should be able to tell when a guy's a defensive back or a linebacker, whether he's coming or going. Like, just set the block. But my question is why? Why did the NFL decide to do this? So they're running out of numbers.
It was Kansas City because they have about 20 numbers retired. So they're asking.
Fucking unretired numbers in the NFL. You think they give a shit about Kansas City? It's marketing. Come on. So I've heard in Felger Mass today that owners are making their players buy out the merchandise if they want to change their number this year. So if Kyle Van Noy wants to go from 53 to 3, he has to buy out all the jerseys that they made already produced.
Do the same thing once after he changed.
What a bunch of cheap fucks.
They did the same thing to Ocho Cinco. Like, they wouldn't change his name on the back because, like, they're like, yeah, you have to buy it all out. So they were still selling the Johnson
Chad
name
Johnson,
for a year because he's like, you got to buy it all out. He's like, fuck that.
Just ridiculous. Yeah, I guess I don't care. It'll be interesting from a product perspective to see some safeties and linebackers wearing like 2 and 3. It'll be weird, but it might be kind of cool.
Everybody should wear any number they want. We're just so used to seeing all the fat guys in the 60s and 70s and the 90s and all that other shit. Just give them back. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. There should be no reason. I get it. It's supposed to be position group, but who gives a shit? You're going to figure it out. You're professional NFL players. You did the same thing in college. It's no different in college.
It's true. That's true.
Brown out tonight.
Jalen Brown is out.
Yep.
All right. Before we get into that, I'm gonna wing this because I didn't put it in the email. But hot passport, Bill. You don't have yours yet because Ray refuses to give you yours, but I got mine in hand. This baby is good for 50 plus breweries and counting in the Northeast. This is the New York edition. If you're in the Northeast, that's the one you want. It goes up and down the East Coast, all the way over to what did Ray say? Detroit, I think or Milwaukee. He saw breweries in. You get 50% off your first 2 beers at any brewery in here for a year. So basically, you get 6 and you make your money back. If you go to joinhotpassport.com/simple SIMPLE, like Simple Minds, the one that just remembered that off the top of his head, you get $5 off the Hot Passport. You can get it digitally. You can get it like I have here in my hand. It actually looks like a real passport. Joinhotpassport.com/simple. Get some free beers. Get some free beers this summer. You know who needs some free beers? The Sabres. That entire organization needs to just drink their life away. They're terrible. The Bruins get them for the second time. With one more to go. The first game they won 2-0 on, was that Tuesday?
Tuesday, yep.
Wow. Okay, that was a long time ago. Feels like in the springtime sports atmosphere that we're in. We got 3 games again tonight.
Yeah.
The last 2 nights has been like, what the fuck am I going to do here? Bruins won 2-0. Tuukka looked fucking real good in that game. Swayman back in net tonight, Thursday. Also in the news, Kevin Miller has a foot infection. Kevin Miller just can't get healthy.
Yeah, it's a tough break. I mean, and luckily it's not the knee, so it's going to be good there. There's nothing wrong with the knee because he's been day to day with that knee kind of beat up. I think a lot of it has to do with them just kind of gearing up for the playoffs with him. I think you'll see him start playing every day. But against Buffalo this week, I thought it was their sloppiest third period. You're lucky you had a two-goal cushion and it was against Buffalo, because I mean, if you were playing any team with skill, you probably would have coughed up that 2-goal lead. I just think they've been playing a lot. You can kind of see it catching up to them, but you've won 5 in a row with the new, since the trade deadline. And again, you get lucky playing Buffalo 3 straight. You can get lucky playing sloppy hockey, and now, you're going to see Swayman in tonight. It should be an easy win the way he's playing. And you're going to see him again Sunday too. Sounds like Tuukka's going to get the third game in Buffalo. And I think Washington or Pittsburgh is on Sunday. It's a bigger game on Sunday, and you're going to see Swayman back in net there. So I'm kind of happy. Again, I want to see him playing, and it sounds like Tuukka, he's still going to battle that back injury all year, and I think it's not a match. It's not him being healthy. It's just him kind of managing that all year. So the way they're kind of propelling Swayman up here, it's going to look good for the playoffs, because I think in a pinch, he's probably your guy.
Yeah, we got Sabres back-to-back here, and then the Penguins on Sunday.
Penguins, yeah. So Swayman gets that Penguin start, which is huge. You're 3 games out, and you're 1 behind Pittsburgh. So, I mean, this is playoff games.
Caps.
You're 1 game behind Pittsburgh for the second seed.
3 games out of Caps, yeah.
So, I mean, these are playoff games, and you're throwing Swayman in. This is huge. You saw him play the Islanders before, and now you're seeing him play Pittsburgh. I mean, this is huge to get these kids meaningful games. You're not just throwing them against the likes of Buffalo and New Jersey. So, I mean, you're throwing them to the Wolves. I like it. This
is terribly ignorant of me, but I don't remember exactly how the playoffs are going to work this year in terms of seeding.
Top 4 in each division.
But you play each other.
Yeah, so it's top 4. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Winners play against each other. You're going to have 1 team from every division in the conference finals.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I remember thinking that's a really fucking hard pull for the Bruins. That's a really hard comparatively to the rest of the divisions. So it leads me to the question is how important is that seeding? And we know hockey home ice is not as important as other sports. To me, it's who do you want to avoid? I think you want to avoid the Caps. I think that you've gotten over that thing with the Islanders. They had your number earlier this year. They're not as skilled as the Capitals, obviously, and I don't think they're as skilled as you. And if Taylor Hall's line is continuing to do what they're doing and they continue to play well and you get good goaltending, the Islanders, that should be a win. Obviously, it's the Capitals that are your biggest foe here. So yeah, that's where I'd want to see the seeding shake out. You want to avoid them in the first round by all, and by all accounts.
Yeah, you would. I mean, I think like you have a game or two in hand on the Caps. I think you're only 3 points back. You go for it at this point. Just go for the number 1 seed. You're there. You're going to get healthy. You got Riley coming in, and Kevin Miller's day to day, but he should be back. You just got the 2 rookies back last game. Go for it. That's the best way to avoid the Caps is going to the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And you're in striking distance to do it, which is crazy considering a month ago where you're like, is this team even going to make the playoffs? Something clicked. You're getting.
There's also the schedule, man.
Solid lines. You have 3 solid lines to score now.
It was also, but think of, like we talked about this all season long, because you're in the division. The swings have been drastic. I mean, the Caps get up there, but think about the beginning of the season. The Bruins took a kind of commanding lead off those
hot.
come
You're
behind
getting hot
teams
at the right time. That's the biggest thing.
It's it, and because you play these interdivision games so consistently, or nothing but them, like the swings are real. If you get a little bit of a win streak here and there from different teams, so
it sets you up good for the playoffs. I'm sorry to cut you up, but like if you think about you're playing your division, you're playing each team 8 times. So you know what you're expecting going right in. You know how you're going to match up. You've been playing them, every other game, basically like a playoff series, a home and home, back-to-back games. You've been playing them all year. So you've been gearing up for the playoff run now. And, they're answering. You just lost 8-1 to the Capitals. What happens later? 6-3. And you fairly dominated them for most of that game outside of a good 6-7 minute stretch where the Capitals put 3 in on you. Other than that, you pretty much dominated them. So it's good to see. The Bruins, I mean, hockey is the sport where you saw St. Louis 2 years ago. They got hot at the right time. You've seen the Blackhawks do it. The Kings do it as an A seed. I believe twice they won a Stanley Cup as an A seed. It's all about getting hot. And again, seeding doesn't matter. But if you're a Bruins team right now and you want to try to avoid some guys in the first round, go for the number 1 seed. You're in striking distance, and it's a perfect time to be hot to do it.
So if you're just the last point here, just to kind of project a little bit, you got Capitals, Islanders, Penguins, Bruins, Rangers. The Rangers are at 52 points. You're at 58. Capitals are at 62. So it's going to be Rangers or Penguins in that bottom spot. I would assume. I would assume the Bruins climb their way out of the 4th. Who would you rather see? So say you can get your way to 1st. You make the Capitals and Islanders battle it out against each other. Would you rather see the Penguins or the Rangers in that spot in 4th?
Rangers would be the easier team. So, I mean, obviously, I don't think the Rangers have enough ammo to get in there, honestly.
It's a decent run. I mean, that's 6. They're 6 points back now.
You're 3 games back with 14 to go. I mean,
the Bruins got 2 games in hand. So yeah, forget that. It's Bruins, Penguins, Islanders, Capitals. That's your playoff schedule right there.
Yeah, I'd rather see Pittsburgh round 1. Honestly, let the Islanders and Capitals kill each other. I think you're better than Pittsburgh. And again, the only reason you're not in the number 1 and number 2 seed in the East is because you played like shit for a month and a half. And you're finally climbing back out of it. You've done okay to kind of stay in that playoff hunt where you saw the Celtics drop to the 9th seed and kind of out of the playoffs for a couple games. The Bruins have managed to cling on to that 4th seed for a while. And again, it's all about streaks and getting hot at the right time. Now you got Tuukka back and Swayman playing well. So, I mean,
do you give any credence to a Penguins Capitals matchup in that first round and the history of those 2 franchises and the Capitals? There's a reason we put DC on the loser city team because of the way that they've been good. Their teams have been pretty good or really good, but they have choked in such dramatic fashion in the playoffs. If they see the Penguins in round 1, I get it's not the Penguins of old. But do you give, could Lightning strike? Could the Penguins maybe make an upset over a team like the Islanders, and certainly the Bruins don't want to see the Capitals in the first round.
I mean, they could. I would bet heavily on, the Capitals. Honestly, they did get over that hump winning the Stanley Cup. They've been competitive. I know. I throw out like 19 because again, I think they lost in the first round. Trying to defend the cup again, it's hard to defend. You
After 4 months off and the whole fucking bubble. Yeah.
Year before the bubble, the St. Louis year, the Bruins, they lost in the first round. The Bruins, they missed them.
Oh, sorry, 19.
Yeah, they missed them and Tampa that one year they were into the cup. So I mean, they've been there. I mean, again, it's come Stanley Cup hangover, I think, but they've been competitive and they've been the 1 or 2 seed in the East all year. I mean, I would put them over Pittsburgh, but again, I think the Bruins' best matchup of the first round is Pittsburgh. So if you can avoid the Islanders or the Caps in the first round and let them beat the shit out of each other, that's the ideal path.
Yeah.
Because honestly, again, you're getting the number now back against the Islanders, but they've physically dominated you for 5 straight.
It's a hard series. It's a hard series either way. Whether you win it or lose it, it's going to be tough. So, I think you're right. I think that there is value in that number 1 seed if you assume Pittsburgh is going to be in the 4th. If you assume that's your opponent, then you should be going for the number 1. I think seeding is going to be important in this. I think you want to avoid the Capitals for sure, and you want to avoid the Islanders because they're the way that they play, and the way that you've battled injuries this year. So, you should go for it. You got 2 games in hand, and you're only a few points back. So, and you got shit.
Should be four easy points here against Buffalo too. You got another game against them later on too, at least one.
All right, well, let's close it quickly. Not a lot of Celtics talk here, but they don't seem like they can get that healthy. Looks like guys are going to play, but they're not all the way there. Kemba, they seem like they had a flu or a bug that went through the locker room.
Non-COVID, yep.
Non-COVID stuff. Marcus Smart and Kemba were out for that last game. Kemba's back. Smart's back. Robert Williams is out with knee soreness. Jalen is officially out with shoulder bursitis. Bursitis is what they called it, but it's just shoulder soreness. Evan Fournier is still not yet clear to play. And I also saw today that the Celtics have not cleared that 85% threshold.
They just started vaccinating their team too, and they said half the players and half the tier 1 guys, which are, the coaches and staff that meet with the players, and no, they're not going to clear it. Same thing with the Red Sox.
A lot of people held out.
I mean, I haven't got mine yet either, and it's readily available now. So I mean, I guess it's personal preference. If they can't, I guess they can mandate it. The NBA could be like, I want all my players vaccinated. It is a workplace. My work could do the same thing. I mean, I guess if you have religious reasons, you could be like, no, I'm not. But I'm not anti-vaxxer. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get to that point. NFL might do it. I don't think that MLB might do it because they got a good chunk of season. I don't think the NBA will get there because they'll be able to lock things down once the playoffs get going. But I just you have millions of dollars riding on the line.
Yeah.
I understand the concerns about it, but the science is pretty overwhelmingly that you're going to be fine. And you've watched your team, you've watched your best player get COVID and go, that thing fucked me up. Like,
inhaler.
Don't you want some protection? Well, I understand. I don't want to get into a fucking vaccine talk here. Bottom line is the Celtics aren't there yet, and they're gonna deal with this through the playoffs if they decide not to get there. So I don't know. Fucking deal with it. You're playing the Suns, who's one of the best teams in the NBA tonight, and you don't have half your fucking team. You have the Bills Phoenix Suns. And you're missing half your team, not because of COVID, but you've dealt with it. You've missed more games because of COVID than any team in the NBA. You missed your half starting center for 12 games, 20 games. Yeah. Jason Tatum, your best player, you missed for almost 2 weeks worth of games. Yeah. It's clearly affected your team. So that's what the Celtics are dealing with. I don't know. Can you beat the Suns with your hospital squad after you just lost to the Bulls? We'll see.
Probably not. And I wish Ray was here so I could toot that Chris Paul trade that I said it would be fantastic for my team right now, and he is doing wonders. 36 years old, looking like an MVP type player, and they're just a leadership from the Suns. You don't expect them to be the number 2 team. I get it. The Lakers are kind of falling off by hurt, but they've been competitive all year, and this is a tough matchup. Devin Booker is disgusting.
Yep.
And if you're missing half your starters, Robert Williams is a big piece missing.
Oh yeah.
His defense is coming along. He's not there yet, but he's developing in the player we want him to be. So if he can get over these injuries, I mean, he's going to be a force on the defensive end now.
Missing Robert Williams is huge. Defense and off. It makes your offense move. He's energy.
Toot on Robert Williams too.
Yeah, you can toot on that. Whatever. We do a daily show basically. You got to call it as you see it as we go. He's fucking sucked at the beginning of the season, and he
came on, and now they're giving him meaningful minutes.
And offensively, he's really, really important to what they do. And when he's not out there, it looks a lot different. So, yeah. And the Suns are great. Chris Paul would have been fucking awesome on the Celtics if Kemba wasn't in the way.
You and I agreed, but fucking dummy over there.
He's an idiot. But we are thinking of him. And
big up, Big Ray.
Yeah. So this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday headlines, April 23rd. We'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Danny's wanted Chris Paul forever. If they didn't have Kemba, he would have been on the Celtics this year.
I think that's a trade you could have made. I wouldn't even have traded Kemba right this year to get
I
him,
just don't think anyone would have took him.
Exactly, but if you could have a healthy Kemba, would you have moved him right now in the trade in the offseason that sent Chris Paul to Phoenix? Would you have made that move?
Yep.
With Kemba? Me too. That leadership alone, I get it. Chris Paul has never won a championship, but he's been in big moments.
He's got big injury history. Like that hamstring in the playoffs has basically come up every single year.
I think with Marcus Smart in the emergence of Peyton Pritchard this year, that takes a lot of pressure off him. You can do what you're doing with Kemba. You're not going to play him back-to-back games. You're not going to play him for long stretches of games. You ease him back in. It's the same thing that Phoenix has been doing, and it's working. Oklahoma City did the same thing last year with him, and look at that. They were the number 5 or number 6 seed in the West last year, and it was all because of him. And I don't think a lot of those losses, especially with James Harden, because James Harden's a fucking fruit basket in the playoffs. It's a shame. He's one of those guys that you kind of wish he got a title. Honestly, I can't talk.
Yeah, no, he's been a Hall of Fame professional. His teams have underachieved, and he's had injury history. But
he got fucked going to the Lakers too. Remember that, David Stern.
Yeah, he should have went to the Lakers. But yeah, on the Celtics, as a guy to the biggest downfall of this year was Jason Tatum taking half the season off because he didn't want to be there. I think Kemba's a really good teammate and a really good positive teammate, but I think Chris Paul is
he's not the leader.
Paul is the perfect type of guy to have the clout and the personality and the demeanor for a Jason Tatum. Maybe not Jaylen Brown. It might have been another Kyrie issue with Jaylen Brown because it seems like Jaylen Brown's kind of an asshole. But for Tatum, that would have been the perfect guy.
Yeah, and you think about a guy that's going to call you out. He's the guy. And he's a perfect pure point guard to play with Tatum.
True, yeah.
That's why I said Rondo. I would have loved Rondo back on his team because he's a pure point guard. And you want to talk about a guy, he might not have won an NBA championship, but if I'm Chris Paul, I walk in, I place my 2 fucking gold medals down and say, how about this? Listen to me, you fuck. Because he was an integral part of 2 fucking gold medalists.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think anyone questions Chris Paul's. Chris Paul doesn't have the, Honey Nut Cheerios. Why am I?
Carmelo.
He doesn't have the Carmelo Anthony stink on him. For whatever reason, he doesn't. Maybe he should, but he doesn't. Those Clippers teams, maybe they shouldn't have won, but they should have done more than they did. They were underachievers, big time.
Speaking of Carmelo, I just started watching the show Power, that 50 Cent show. His wife's in it. Yeah, I just saw her tits in the last episode I watched.
That's a good place to end this one. Could you smell the Honey Nut Cheerios through the TV?
Right through the TV, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I had Honey Nut Cheerios for breakfast this morning, too, so it was a double whammy.
Bingo, bango.